What's up, YouTube? Today I'm going to do a new segment called 10 Minutes of Charting. So today is 10/7. Let's get started. First of all, I'm going to start with a alphabetical sorted on my regular watch list. First of all, we have Apple down here on the 100-day. Pretty sure the 100-day will keep on moving up like this. 20-day initially is acting as a resistance, so we probably come back down here, confirm the 100-day before we move on up. We can change this to the 200-day instead of 20-day. We can see that's way down here at 135. I don't think we come down that low. I think this 140, 138 is enough of support. Airbnb, bouncing off of the 50-day at the moment. And I think kind of, if I'm going to do sort of that, yeah, I'm going to go something like that. And then this bottom line, obviously, it broke through that. So from that point, we either want to drag it down, something like that, which actually forms a pretty nice channel, or we would want to draw a new line. So pretty much had a flat day today. I'm not sure where it would go, but I would be looking to potentially enter back down here on the 200-day. Let's go see what the 20-day is on that. Yeah, it's resting on the 20-day. So actually, that's more significant, I think. MACD and RSI look pretty good. So actually, yeah, I'm going to say bullish from here. Something along the lines of that. We'll see how that pans out. Adobe was on a massive run here. So obviously, with earnings and the past couple weeks being as bad as they were, it's no surprise that we had a reset back here, and it got a little bit gappy here. So I think this support at 555 is pretty good. This is going to be an issue up here, I think, bouncing off of the 100-day. Let's go ahead and see what the 200-day is at. I know it's annoying switching back and forth. Okay, so that's way down here. So at worst, I'm seeing that it comes down here to 540. That would obviously come up here if it were to come down and meet it around 540, although right now it's 538. So, yeah, I'm not sure I would be interested in entering in a position until we have some consolidation here before moving forward. ALGN also on a tear. It is on the sort of the bottom end of its expected range according to my white lines here as its channel. Now it's obviously just a rough channel, but it's more significant that it plunged through the 100-day and then went right back above it. Incidentally, my white line did act as resistance, so I'm not sure if other people were looking at what I was looking at when I drew this line. But I would expect here in the coming days to be above that and then contending with the 50-day. Let's go back to the 20-day. Yeah, and that will be doubly tough to get through because there's two SMAs on top of each other. On the plus side, MACD and RSI have reset, and it's pretty, when you get down here, usually, we do something like this in order to increase the momentum. You'll get something like that. I'm going to see if I could see an example down here, but this is a pretty weak example here. But that's a very common situation where it takes time for the momentum to build back up. So most likely it's building back in here, but now's a pretty good time to enter. AMAT in a channel back here since April, and at the bottom end of the channel, but has had great support here before. MACD and RSI look great, so AMAT from my perspective here is a good enter if your strikes are below 123. AMD, I'm actually in AMD at this point, but I don't really love the chart. I kind of had this before as the old bracket, and this is the new bracket or channel. AMD tends to trade sideways a lot. MACD and RSI look good, and earnings is coming up. So we probably get a pump up here to the top of the channel, maybe 115, but I wouldn't expect it to go much further than that. So if you're not already in this, I would be personally holding off, but I'm not insanely bullish on semis like some people. AMGN, oops, made my line. Okay. This is a pretty long time support, and this could be seen as an inverse hammer. Depends on, I don't really get into charting patterns that way, or candles specifically. It's been on a terrible downtrend for the last month or so, but historically, this has been a pretty good point of support. We'll go back here to April of last year, right after COVID. So I am expecting it to turn around. I have a couple positions in here, but obviously at this point it's kind of looking so weak that it'll just consolidate here, but it really needs to bottom out. It tried to here a little bit, tried to here a little bit, and 20-day keeps rejecting it down. At some point we do have to wedge here, and this green line could be the wedge, or it could continue to go down further. We'll see. I'd be holding off on that if you're not already in. Amazon, what was the news recently that they're opening up stores that I don't like. They're potentially going to be partnering with a SPAC for space. That could be good, but more for the SPAC than it is for Amazon. Overall, with Bezos leaving, and I feel like they don't have a huge room to run from here. I do like AWS, but I don't know. I guess at this point, I'm not seeing how they can maintain this upper channel. I think they're going to be back down in this channel, and they pretty much have been 90% of the time for the past couple months. It's actually been pretty tight. We've only seen a couple pops up above here for a short period of time, and then we're right back down in it. So I don't know. I like this channel down in here. Up here, I don't really see it. ARK, yeah, probably just gonna skip the ARK funds. They change what stocks they're holding so frequently that it's not something that you can actually chart very well, if that makes sense. But I'm just gonna jump down here to Activision. Okay. Activision, I think we have support back here where we had it at $75. Obviously plunged through, but then it popped right back up. It immediately contended with the 20-day. So from my perspective, we probably want to consolidate here for a minute above the 20-day, although we already have done that for a week. And then I think we can be productive from here on out. But yeah, so if you're super bullish on Activision, now would be a good time to play. I'm still not going to jump in there. BA, been trading in a channel, I'm going to say back here since December, so almost coming up here on a year. But RSI and MACD are heating up, specifically RSI. Would be nice to get a pop over. I'm not in BA at the moment. It has been super frustrating. I don't see them skyrocketing out of here though, so you could either do an iron condor now or wait till they get into the upper end of the range, or if they pop down here. BABA, I'm actually impressed with this jump above the 20-day. We'll see if it holds. I actually, bearish on BABA for making me lose so many times on this ticker. I think it wedges down in here. At that point, I don't know what will happen. It's very possible that it could make a stand here, and this is a nice move again, but I don't think it holds. I'm still bearish until proven otherwise on them. Back, I heard something about pretty high risk here of not foreclosure, bankruptcy, or whatever, some bearish news. Not sure. I didn't really research it that much or anything, but you can see they're at highs, so it must have not been a relevant article. So let's move something like this. Something like that. That's actually a pretty nice channel. So yeah, in either case, I think we're at the top of the range. So I would not be putting on a bullish position. At most, I'd be doing a neutral iron condor kind of thing. But the other thing, premium is just so terrible on this ticker because it's so low. All right, so that wraps it up for today. Got down into the Bs. I'll continue on, and if you guys like this format. Otherwise, yeah, otherwise I'll stop it and it will just be a one-time thing. We'll see. Let me know what you think. Thanks. Bye.